Yo, what's up guys, Shujinkydink here. Welcome to a video all about mainly Raiden, but also a lot of other things. A big patch drop today for Mortal Kombat 11, and I wanted to go over some of the meaningful changes. There's a lot of small bug fixes and stuff that I won't really be talking about so much, but anyways, just kind of starting from the top, I'm going to link the full patch notes down in the description below. So if I went over something you didn't cover it, or you're just curious, what did they do to Character X, by the way? It doesn't really look like a balance patch. They did change some things, but it looked more like a Terminator patch. Like Terminator got most of the changes, and then bug fixes and stuff like that. So, yeah, bug fixes. One thing that I saw that was kind of interesting is they fixed an issue with the frame data tutorial, and I've experienced this myself, where you get to a point and you're like, okay, I did what you wanted to do. Why aren't you letting me advance? So, looks like they fixed more of that. Added more support for special events for the crypt. Skeleton keys can now sometimes be traded to the collector for tower summoning stones. That's kind of interesting. The Towers of Time are fun to kind of mess around with and stuff when I'm kind of bored of playing online or whatever, or I pick up a new character and I want to get some cool skins, so I'll mess around in there, so I'm all for that. One change that they made that I thought was kind of funny was they added co-op tag battles solo, so like if you don't have any friends that you can play co-op with, you can just pick two characters and just swap them out and do it on your own, which is I might try it just for fun, but I don't know. It seems like it defeats the purpose of that mode. But stage-specific adjustments. This is a big one. They throw background interactables. You can't projectile parry anymore, so you kind of have to just block them or take it how it is. You know, if you try and projectile parry them, you'll just get smoked, which I think is nice. It's a nice touch because you only get to use them one time, right? And for a character that maybe has trouble getting in and you use the armor for the projectile or something, and the opponent's just like, see it, nope, this doesn't exist anymore. So I think that was a good change and a pretty big one. And then from there you go into all the character changes. Centurion got one that was, she got nerfed pretty much, which the gap between her 4 and 3, 2, 4. Let's see if I can, which is this string here. It looks exact same, and it's like the same on block and everything like that. But now there's more time for people to interrupt it. Their startups can happen faster, I think is how it goes. There's more chance for active frames. So it's easier to interrupt that string, which most, like in Spring Cleaning and Born Again, they have the rock wall, so that doesn't really matter. But with, you know, force of nature, we're either doing this or hard committing to it. We don't really have a way to make that safe. I mean, I suppose that, but I'm sure you probably interrupt that as well. So it's kind of a nerf for Force of Nature, which is kind of shitty because Dead need all the help that she can get. But whatever, you know, I choose to play the variation, so I work with things like that. My other character, Shang Tsung Spellmaster, did not get anything at all. It's still a terrible variation. Nothing changed. Just like some little quality of life things for Shang Tsung, nothing really big. Some like glitches that he could abuse about getting armor, retaining armor and morphing back and stuff like that. So overall, a nerf for that variation. Shao Kahn, absolutely nothing, not a single thing. So most of these characters, it seems like it's just little bug fixes, things like that. Devora, for example. Yeah, see what I did there? But yeah, so lots of changes to the Terminator, though. Where is he on the list? Terminator. It has like a whole section for itself, and it's kind of, you'd have to go through all of it because I don't really know all of the moves, so I couldn't really tell you how it works. But this definitely does seem like the Terminator patch. This was to fix some things that they weren't really ready off launch and that kind of thing. So that's was kind of what I got from reading the patch notes on this. But the absolute biggest thing, the biggest thing that happened in this patch is with this young boy right here, young Raiden. So you know how easy it is to get people to corner with Raiden. All it is one Superman. There you go. From mid-screen, you're already in the corner. Now, he now has an infinite off of this. And I mess it up every time I try. I'm going to try to experiment with you, but I'll also link a video. I'll link to Ninja Killa's Twitter account where he played a match and just did this to a guy like over and over again until the guy died. Darn it, my execution's so bad. Plus, I'm not used to playing Rain. But you can see how it, like, yeah, see, it's comboing. I shouldn't combo. I should just stop, or you should be able to just combo it once. You know, that would be fair. To combo it once, like that, I'm missing it again. But you get the point. So you can basically just do that over and over and over again until your opponent dies, or you'll probably time them out, I think, before you'll actually kill them, because it starts to scale pretty badly, but they're still stuck there and there's nothing they can do about it. I'm sure it will be hotfixed in like super shortly. They have the character Sindel stream tomorrow on NetherRealm Twitch, so they'll probably announce some sort of hotfix for it there. But I asked the question about like QR or QA, not QR. QR is those little codes. QA. That I don't know if they've probably slimmed down their QA team from before launch. I'm assuming most companies probably do. So it makes me wonder what kind of manpower they have, because it's not really a hard thing to test, just to make sure that that doesn't combo into itself over and over again. And the game isn't really that deep. There's not too much in the way of combos and that kind of thing. It's a lot more of solid gameplay and making the right reads. So I mean, as far as actual like content-wise and that kind of thing, there's not really a whole lot to test. So I do get that they're probably overworked, trying to meet deadlines, that kind of thing. So I mean, I don't really blame them at that much, but it's just this is really embarrassing for the company. Obviously, anytime something like this happens, they are judged a little bit. I can understand, I suppose. Like again, it's hard for me to say that because it is such an easy thing to test, but it just makes me wonder what's going on there. Like, how does things like that slip through the cracks? All in all, their launch of MK11 and all the stuff, there hasn't really been too much that has been out of line or anything like this so far. So I mean, everyone's bound to have hiccups here and there. Collector had an Infinite before the game was released, but obviously they caught that because it was patched. So, or was it Infinite? I can't remember. Either way, it just brings up another question about QA, and there's been talk in the past about them not being the greatest to their QA people and putting really tight deadlines and stuff on that. How true that is, I'm not sure. Pretty sure Ed Boon made some statements about it, but just thought I'd bring that up. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoy videos like this, you like little updates on what's going on in the MK community, hit the like button to let me know. And if you're new here, consider subscribing so I keep you up to date. Hashtag Big Dink Energy, and we'll see all you guys in the next video.
I am steward of Chronicle's vision. Fate has been so cruel to you.